Good morning, students. In the previous class, we studied about the Renaissance leaders who worked against the social evils that existed in India. Who were those leaders? Raja Ram Mohan Roy, Swami Dayananda Saraswati, Jyotirao Phule, Pandita Ramabhai, Sir Syed Ahmad Khan, and Swami Vivekananda. These Renaissance leaders who worked against the social evils that existed in India. Today, we study how the social reform movements in India have created a sense of nationalism in Indians. Emergence of nationalism. In the previous class, we discussed the different social reform movements and their leaders instilled a new spirit among the Indians. We also discussed the political and economic conditions of the period. Now, we recollect them. Which are they? The British conquered princely states and unified India politically. The British united princely states and politically unified India under one rule. Another one is the economic exploitation of the British government created an anti-British attitude among Indians. Anti-British attitude means British Virudha Manobhava. The economic policies of the British led India to poverty. This economic exploitation of the British government created an anti-British attitude among Indians. Another one, the spread of English education and the development in transport and communication brought the people together. The growth of English education in India has helped Indians to understand the true face of foreign rule. The growth of the transport and the communication system has helped Indians to interact and understand each other. Another one, the strategies adopted by the British to suppress the first war of Indian independence created a national consciousness and made people think that they belonged to the same country. Several strategies adopted by the British to suppress the first war of Indian independence. These strategies created a national consciousness among the Indians. National consciousness means Deshiya Bodham, and also made people think we are all Indians. These factors helped to develop a sense of unity among the Indians. All these factors helped a sense of unity created among the Indians. What is Indian nationalism? Indian nationalism is the sense of oneness. Sense of oneness means എല്ലാവരും ഒന്നാണെന്ന ചിന്ത. Beyond എന്തിനൊക്കെ അപ്പുറത്തായിട്ട്? Beyond religious, linguistic. Linguistic means ഭാഷാപരവും and regional diversities. പ്രാദേശികമായ വൈവിധ്യങ്ങൾക്കുമെല്ലാം അപ്പുറം. What is Indian nationalism? Indian nationalism is the sense of oneness beyond religious, linguistic and regional diversities. What were the factors responsible for the development of nationalism among Indians? The British conquered princely states and unified India politically. The economic exploitation of the British government created an anti-British attitude among Indians. The spread of English education and the development in transport and communication brought the people together. The strategies adopted by the British to suppress the first war of Indian independence created a national consciousness and made people think that they belonged to the same country. Here are the lines from Jawaharlal Nehru's famous book, The Discovery of India. Whose famous book is The Discovery of India? Yes, Jawaharlal Nehru. Jawaharlal Nehru's The Discovery of India reminds us we are all Indians. Everyone should read these lines from Jawaharlal Nehru's The Discovery of India. The writers instrumental in the development of nationalism. Who were the writers helped the growth of nationalism? Bankim Chandra Chatterjee, Rabindranath Tagore, Muhammad Iqbal, Lakshminath Basbara, Altaf Hussain. The development of nationalism accelerated the Indians' efforts to liberate from the British. Liberate means mojanam neduka. This enhanced the relevance of various movements for independence. As nationalism grew, Indians began to think about liberate from the British rules. As a result, people decided to form movements for independence. Then, several associations formed various parts of India. Formation of associations. A number of regional organizations came into existence at various parts of India as a result of this growing awakening. A number of regional organizations formed various parts of India. They are Madras Native Association, Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, and Indian Association were a few among them. Several regional organizations formed various parts of India. Such organizations are Madras Native Association, Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, Indian Association, etc. But all these organizations gave priority to the regional problems because they are regional organizations. These organizations gave priority to solve the regional problems because they are regional organizations. പ്രാദേശിക സംഘടനകളായിരുന്നു. So, they decided to form a national organization. People formed several organizations at various parts of India, such as Madras Native Association, Pune Sarvajanik Sabha, Indian Association, etc. But all these organizations gave priority to the regional problems because these are regional organizations. So, the people decided to form a national organization. As a result, a new organization formed, that is the Indian National Congress. Formation of the Indian National Congress. Now we study about the formation of the Indian National Congress. 72 representatives of various organizations across India assembled in the vast auditorium of Tejpal Sanskrit College, Bombay on 28 December 1885. On 28 December 1885, Indian National Congress was formed. Where? At Tejpal Sanskrit College, Bombay. How many representatives are participated in the first meeting of Indian National Congress? 72 representatives. 72 representatives are participated in the first meeting of Indian National Congress. The year in which Indian National Congress was formed? 1885, December 28th. In which place? At Tejpal Sanskrit College, Bombay. They were of diverse attire, religion and language. ഈ മീറ്റിംഗിൽ പങ്കെടുത്ത 72 റെപ്രസെൻറ്റേറ്റീവ്സും പല വേഷക്കാരും പല മതക്കാരും പല ഭാഷക്കാരുമായിരുന്നു. W.C. Banerjee presided over this meeting initiated by the former British civil servant A.O. Hume. W.C. Banerjee was the first chairman of the first session of the Indian National Congress. Who was the chairman of the first session of the Indian National Congress? W.C. Banerjee. A.O. Hume, the former British civil servant known as the founder of the Indian National Congress. Who is the founder of the Indian National Congress? A.O. Hume. The name the Indian National Congress was proposed by Dadabhai Naoroji. Who proposed the name as the Indian National Congress? Dadabhai Naoroji. The Indian National Congress was formed in this meeting. In this meeting, a national organization was formed, that is the Indian National Congress. Look at W.C. Banerjee's words from the first meeting. Who was W.C. Banerjee? W.C. Banerjee was the first chairman of the Indian National Congress. He said, "We desire that the administration of India should be further modernized and we be made a part of it." ഇന്ത്യയിലെ ഭരണ സംവിധാനം കുറെ കൂടി പരിഷ്കൃതമാകണമെന്നും നമ്മയും ഭരണത്തിൽ പങ്കാളികളാക്കണമെന്നും നാം ആഗ്രഹിക്കുന്നു. Which are the major aims of the Indian National Congress were? To promote fellow feeling among the volunteers from different parts of the country. Fellow feeling means സൗഹൃദബോധം വളർത്തുക. ഇന്ത്യക്കാർക്കിടയിൽ ഒരു സൗഹൃദബോധം വളർത്തിയെടുക്കുക. To promote fellow feeling among the volunteers from different parts of the country. Another one, it develop a national spirit beyond the religious, caste and regional loyalties. National spirit means Deshiya Bodha. It develop a national spirit among the Indians. Another one, it bring the problems of Indians to the notice of authorities. Bring the problems of Indians to the attention of authorities. With the formation of the Indian National Congress, the agitations against the British attained an organized nature. After forming the Indian National Congress, the agitations against the British attained an organized nature. ഇന്ത്യൻ നാഷണൽ കോൺഗ്രസ് ഫോം ചെയ്തതോടുകൂടി ബ്രിട്ടീഷ് വിരുദ്ധ സമരത്തിന് ഒരു ഓർഗനൈസ്ഡ് നേച്ചർ കൈവന്നു, ഒരു സംഘടിത സ്വഭാവം വന്നു. Such organized agitations against the British power can be called the national movement. What is called a national movement? Organized agitations against the British power can be called the national movement. Based on the style and strategies of the agitations, the national movement can be divided into 3 phases. The national movement can be divided into 3 phases. Which are they? The period of moderate nationalism, the period of extreme nationalism, and Gandhian era. Which are the 3 phases of Indian national movement? Moderate nationalism, extreme nationalism, and Gandhian era. The period from 1885 to 1905 was known as moderate nationalism. The period from 1905 to 1919 was known as extreme nationalism. The period from 1919 to 1947 known as Gandhian era. First we study about moderate nationalism. The period from 1885 to 1905 was of moderate nationalism. The leaders of this period were English educated. The prominent leaders of moderate nationalism were Dadabhai Naoroji, Gopalakrishna Gokhale, Badruddin Tayabji and Firoz Shah Mehta. Which are the major leaders of moderate nationalism? Dadabhai Naoroji, Gopalakrishna Gokhale, Badruddin Tayabji and Firoz Shah Mehta. Their policy was to bring the common problems and demands to the notice of the British government by means of petitions, resolutions and protests. The moderates brought the common problems and demands to the notice of the British government by means of ഏതെല്ലാം മാർഗങ്ങളിലൂടെയാണ് മോഡറേറ്റ്സുകാർ അവരുടെ ആവശ്യങ്ങൾ ബ്രിട്ടീഷുകാരുടെ മുന്നിൽ അവതരിപ്പിച്ചത്? ബൈ മീൻസ് ഓഫ് പെറ്റീഷൻസ് പരാതികളിലൂടെ, റെസല്യൂഷൻസ് പ്രമേയങ്ങളിലൂടെ ആൻഡ് പ്രൊട്ടസ്റ്റ് പ്രതിഷേധങ്ങളിലൂടെ. But the British officials did not properly consider their problems and demands. Moderate leaders studied the root causes of the poverty in British India, and these studies formed the ideological base for the national movement. Leaders of the moderates studied how India was poor under British rule. The ideological foundation of the Indian national movement was laid by the studies conducted by the moderate leaders. Dadabhai Naoroji was an important moderate leader who studied poverty in India. His major contribution was drain theory. Drain theory is the major contribution of Dadabhai Naoroji. Dadabhai Naoroji's famous book, Poverty and Un-British Rule in India, he explains the drain theory. What is mentioned in drain theory? There was a drain of wealth from India to England during colonial rule. During the British rule, the British drained all the wealth of India to England. In what way the wealth of Indian was taken to England? It was mainly in the form of salary, taxes and gift. The British drained wealth from India in the form of salary, taxes and gift. Dadabhai Naoroji proved that the economic drain under the British rule is the root cause of poverty in India. Dadabhai Naoroji proved that the main cause of poverty in India was the economic drain carried out by the British in India. Whose contribution is drain theory? Dadabhai Naoroji. In which book Dadabhai Naoroji mentioned about drain theory, poverty and un-British rule in India? Today we studied about the formation of the Indian National Congress. In which year the Indian National Congress was formed? 1885. Who was the first chairman of the Indian National Congress? W.C. Banerjee. Who was the founder of the Indian National Congress? A.O. Hume. Who proposed the name as Indian National Congress? Dadabhai Naoroji. Then we studied about national movement. National movement can be divided into three phases. Which are they? Moderate nationalism, extreme nationalism and Gandhianism. Then we studied about moderate nationalism. Who were the major leaders of moderate nationalism? Dadabhai Naoroji, Gopalakrishna Gokhale, Badruddin Tyabji and Firoz Shah Mehta. Today's class is winding up. Everyone should read this part as well. Okay.